What's up, canoes? This is No Solution. I'm Scott. Check this out. What could be more manly than bacon-flavored booze? Let's get it going. Hits a spot. Oh, Jesus Christ. I couldn't even fake it. All right, that's enough of that. That'll be the end of that bit. Yeah, we got this to make Bloody Marys, and I've never drinking it straight. That's fucking awful. All right, so today, it's been a while since I did the Blind Buy Blasphemies, and Simon had sent me 2 full boxes of stuff, and I thought, hey, let's go through Simon's first box and see what we got in there. So, kind of the theme of this box was like filth, tits and ass, stuff like that. So that's what we're getting into. Got a lot of stuff here. I'm going to try to bomb through it. Hopefully this isn't too long. If it is, I'll probably cut it. But all right, we'll start off with this. It's a split between Cock and Ball Torture and Last Days of Humanity. So this is grindcore, and full disclosure, I listened to this a while ago and took notes on it, and I lost the notes. So I'll just tell you what I remember. It's grindcore. Cock and Ball Torture was a little bit more catchy than I thought it would be, but still kind of not my thing. Last Days of Humanity, nope. So we'll pass on that one. It's on Unmatched Brutality. I think this is kind of sought after by people who are into these bands. So if you're interested in this, let me know. All right, we'll move on to the next one. We got a Vulse. Kind of a famous cover, famous in the death metal world. Stab Wound Orgasm. So we got some tits there. We got some blood. We got some murder. So based on this cover, I thought I knew exactly what this would sound like and that I would not like it. But I was pleasantly surprised. Just some stats. Came out in 1999. It's their second album. They're a Spanish band. They're still going. And this is the only cover like this they did. I thought this would be like Porno Grind or something like that, but it's death metal and surprisingly musical. Like when the intro started, I was like, oh, this is not what I thought. The vocals are pretty guttural, but not at all by today's standards. Maybe for like the late 90s. I would equate it to like Chris Barnes era Cannibal Corpse, but more musical, like better musicianship, I guess I would say. Better playing. So kind of like the Chris Barnes era of Cannibal Corpse, but like if the Cannibal Corpse now was playing it. Very melodic solos, and there's even some keyboards in there. I was very surprised. I expected to not like this at all, and I liked it quite a bit. So I'll be... Vulse is kind of on my radar now. After this album cover, I kind of written them off. So I enjoyed that. There's a song in here called... Let me see if I can find it. Corporal Therapy, which is about instead of being a vegetarian, substitute that for eating shit, and how it's very environmentally friendly, and it's like written in a serious way. I'm sure it's not serious, but so insert joke about Simon living by that song here. I just thought that was kind of funny. And yeah, besides Stab Wound Orgasm, it's not really like porno grindy type lyrics either. They're actually a little bit more to it. It's 55 minutes long, and it's a bit long for a death metal album, I thought, but I did really enjoy this one. So thank you, Simon. Shit, we gotta speed this up. Okay, next up, some of these are gonna be quick, like this one. I Shit on Your Face, Anal Barbecue. This is exactly what I thought it would be. This came out in 2005. They're Brazilian. This is their first album. It's gore grind with some humor to it. The big note I wrote down here is this is fucking nonsense. Like, it's whatever. It blurs by. You won't remember it 5 minutes after you listen to it. And with a band like this, usually they have a lot of like movie samples that are at least kind of fun, but there's barely any. There's a couple of like Return of the Living Dead ones and a couple from Bad Taste, the first Peter Jackson movie, but Not much to this. If you remember, I don't remember the guy's name, the Catholic League guy that was trying to prosecute Ozzy Osbourne for the Suicide Solution case. He described Ozzy's music as frantic noise, which I always thought was funny. It's like, it's fucking pop rock music, dude. But this is frantic noise. A lot of poop and fart jokes. Yeah, big pass on that one. Next up, we got some. I really love this cover art. Some nice, almost unclothed ladies there. You know, look, she's an angel about to have conjugal relations with the devil. This is called Enemigos de la Castidad. This is a Spanish band, obviously. This came out in 2001. This is their 4th album. They're still going. Very traditional 80s kind of metal or hard rock. Very, like, fun. You know, pizza thrash is the term. This is, like, pizza metal, kind of. The thing I don't like about this is very repetitive. Like, every song is 2 minutes too long. I kind of like the vibe of this, but in the style, but they don't really have the songs that hold my attention, really. And again, this is like almost an hour long. It's like, it does not need to be that long. If they shaved, like, if every 5-minute song was 3.5 minutes, it would probably be a lot better. But interesting to hear anyway. Dyslucic, I guess. As you can see, kind of a humorous cover there. It's called God Looks Down on Your Sort. This is their 2nd album from 2007. I believe they're broken up now. They're from Ireland. So this is a kind of sludgy doom, almost death metal band, but the vocals are very, like, tough guy, kind of like Crowbar. Very core, I guess I would say. The lyrics are pretty silly, and I mean, it's okay. But honestly, nothing I'll ever listen to again. And it does that thing where, like, the last track is 20 minutes long, and the actual song listed is 3 minutes, and then there's 3 minutes of silence, and then there's, like, some bullshit, and then more silence, and then more bullshit. So I know that was cool at the time, but fucking miss me with that shit. So yeah, interesting, but no. All right, this one I do not know how to pronounce. I'll just show the spine here. They recently came out with an album after like 20 years of doing nothing, and I know Dan at Moonshine Talking had reviewed that and said it was really good. So I was interested to hear this. This is the first album, Hosanna Bazaar, on Osmos. Came out in 96. One of those Osmos bands I heard the name but never checked out. I don't know if you can see that there. She's on a leash there with the chain, but don't worry, guys. The Wokes don't have to worry because she's got him on a chain on the other side, so it's all fine. It's all consensual. Yeah, this is a German band. Like I said, this is their first album. It's kind of like black metal grindcore. It's all over the place. Sorry, I'm glancing at my notes here. Ghazal from Sabat, I don't remember even what he was talking about, but some album, and he described it as too much black, not enough metal. And I think that perfectly describes this. This is supposed to be a metal album. There's not quite enough metal, I don't think, in here. There's blasting speed and very loud keyboards. Things happen, and then they stop, and then the next song starts. Like, it's very, like, schizo, all over the place. The first couple songs are really rough. The third song, it's in German, whatever. I'm not going to tell you. You can look it up if you care. The third song gets a little better. This is a very short album. It's like 33 minutes, and there's lots of, like, interludes and a lot of filler bullshit for how short this album is. This is an album I would describe as when people use the term avant-garde to cover up for they don't know what the fuck they're doing. But I haven't heard the new album. Dan says it's really good, so I'll be interested to hear. I know they did one album after this in the 90s, and then I think they didn't do anything until now, so that'll be interesting to hear. But that album, yeah, not really for me. Okay, next up, Freeville with Freeville Burning. 2007, their first album. They're from Sweden, and a lot of kind of witchery alumnus in this album. So I was very interested to hear this, and with the title "Freeville Burning," you think, okay, maybe there's some priests in here, and there really is. The song "Hate" on here sounds like very very much reminiscent of '80s Priest, which is cool. I really like this. It's like kind of black and thrash mixed with kind of traditional heavy metal. Very prominent keys. I'm going to use that, the thing that lazy reviewers do. It's this band meets this band. Children of Bodom with crossed with the Covenant with a K, like the later albums where they were like more electronic. It's very catchy. Some of the solos, I think they sound like they're done on a guitar. Like there's a lot of keys. I don't know if it was, but a lot of like key sounding solos on there. The vocals are very high and screechy black metal, very witchy, kind of King Diamond-ish at times. If you can get past that, I think it's pretty accessible. Yeah, so I think they have another album or two after this. I would definitely be interested in hearing it. This is really fun. This was a fun listen. So Freeville with Freeville Burning. All right, this is a freaking weird one. I'm sure Simon just threw it in here because it has like the chick's ass on there. Abby, the compilation part 2. So I guess this is like an industrial club in, I think, Germany, and they would put out these comps of like kind of like techno dance industrial music. So I just kind of threw this on thinking I'm gonna fucking hate this. It was actually kind of cool in parts. The beginning of disc 1 especially, I'm not gonna put out band names or whatever. XXIX was the first band that I know I did enjoy. I can get it. I can see like you're kind of fucked up and at some goth club and some like freaky 90s goth chick is grinding on you. I can see getting into this music. I can definitely see the appeal of it. It's a comp, so it's hit and miss. It's 2 discs long, and like, what was it? Next Generation was like the first like full stop, like no white boy rap, no hard pass on that. But actually I didn't hate listening to this. It was kind of fun. We got on here for people who are into that kind of thing. We got Alien Sex Fiends on here, Gender Torturers, Christian Death. Those are the kind of the names that stayed out to me as somebody who doesn't even really know this scene at all. And I guess there's some exclusive mixes on here and stuff that if you're into this scene, you'd probably be into, but they're lost on me. So, but yeah, I was enjoying this. I was very surprised. In that vein, I guess we'll move on to Venal Flesh. This is Worshipping at the Altar of Artifice. Came out in 2006. They're described as melodic, atmospheric, dark electro from Washington, D.C. So kind of in that kind of goth electro vein as the comp. I don't know, it was all right. I think for a newbie, the comp was better for me because this is just the same group doing, kind of similar things over and over. And it's long. I think this is like an hour as well. Less variety. I feel like I needed some ecstasy and a pacifier to kind of really get into this. Not really my thing, but if it's your thing, you might be into Venal Flesh. Yeah. I don't know anything about this scene, so anything I say isn't worth a shit, really. I don't know why I'm talking about it, but I am. So, moving on. Oh, man, we might make it. We might make it in under 20. Let's go. Okay, next up. Inbreeding Rednecks. Abnormal Life Portrayed. 2013. This is their first album. They're from Denmark. This is one of those shrug, I don't know. It's basic kind of discordant death metal. And the lyrics are kind of more serious than I would expect from a name like Inbreeding Rednecks. I don't have a lot to say about this. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's not, I didn't hate it, but I will never listen to it again. Okay. Oh, I had, this was in the stack too. I'm sorry. I forgot about this. This is still sealed because I already have it. Devil's Whorehouse. This is Revelation Unorthodox. This is a Marduk side project. Kind of based on the name, you would know, I guess, leaning more into kind of the Misfits side of things. It's very good, and I will be saving it out to send to somebody else because I already have it. All right, Goat Semen. This is Raids the North. It is a live album from 2007 originally. It was originally a picture disc, and this is the 2018 CD reissue. They're a band from Peru. Have a lot of splits, a lot of demos, not many like full-length albums, but I do really like them. And this is, I want to read you the inside here. This shit was recorded with a fucking hand recorder in a nasty tape. Fuck the pretty sound, only raw is real. And that is exactly what it is. This is a live recording, obviously like, homemade. But if you like Goat Semen, you'll probably like this. Obviously in that style of the chaotic South American heavy metal, black metal especially. Kind of Black in Death, I guess I would say. But really fun, really, really fun to listen to. There's a rehearsal track at the end that, based on the previous tracks that were, live on a handheld recorder, sound like it's fucking Dark Side of the Moon, but still pretty raw. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. But I was already a fan of Goat Semen, so that's probably not very fair. Oh boy, here we go. This one is Shamash. There's the name. And this is the Maldoror Chance Hermaphrodite. This is an EP. I didn't even write down when it came out. Doesn't matter. It's on prosthetic. It came out in 2017. They've since, I guess this is some kind of concept because they've since done a full length with the Maldoror Chance as the prefix of it. They're from Switzerland. Oh boy. This is, I guess you would say avant-garde black metal, which I know is Trevor Fumes of Hatred's favorite. Also, Dave Cavernous Carnage. I would describe it as droning, kind of ambient, doomy black metal. You could, if you like this, you'd say it's deep. If you don't, like me, you'd say it's painfully boring. It's one long piece. It's split into 7 tracks, but it's, it's one continuous piece. A lot of spoken word, vocals, like I said, droning. By track 5, you get kind of a beat that feels like it's building up to something, and then nothing really happens. Track 6, my note was, shit, is this supposed to be metal? And then, yeah, the last song, the ending is kind of cool, but not really worth the journey. This is like, 30 minutes of fucking build up to nothing, basically. Based on this, I would never listen to this band again. I know they have like full-length albums that are like 100 minutes long, 2 discs, and I don't know, unless this is an outlier in their catalog, they can fuck right off from now on for me. And last one. Oh, we might make it. Fuck yeah, let's go. Labyrinth, Sons of Thunder. So this came out in 01. I think I saw 2001, doesn't matter. They're Italian. This is their 3rd album. Progressive power metal. I guess the most I can say about this is if progressive power metal sounds like it will annoy you, fucking run as far as you can, because that's what it is. If you hate Dream Theater, you're gonna hate this. And this is more like power metal-y than Dream Theater, but I had the previous album years ago as a promo, and I got rid of it. When my tastes were different, but I think I would like to have it back because I did enjoy this quite a bit. Very great playing, very good vocals. It's very positive and triumphant. That kind of prog power metal with some speed metal tendencies. But yeah, I did like this quite a bit. And as you can see, I wasn't pointing out like the tits and ass, but there's tits on here, so that's why Simon sent it to me. So, yeah. Kind of a mixed bag there for just like the theme of tits and ass, but I did like a decent chunk of them. So thank you very much, Simon. I appreciate it. And Oh wait, I'm supposed to hate you, so fuck you. These all suck. That's it, you guys. Hope you got something out of this, maybe, or enjoyed it, or I helped you kill 20 minutes of your life as you're waiting for the grave. So, as always, CM Punk is a piss baby. Later.